What we wanted to do is I have a few questions which I just prepared while coming to the place, but we wanted you to get the most out of Sanket and Shri. So feel free to like pause me whenever you want when you have questions. We don't have like a structure or Slido etc. because it's like small group. Just feel free to like hey, I have a question, pause, and I'll so Sanket, my first question was to you. We've seen the Indian startup ecosystem grow, mature over a period of time. But you always say like today is actually the great time to be an entrepreneur. So can you share a little bit about why you think so? We all have founders here. We all have optimistic views of the future. But love to hear from you.
Yeah, I actually just before this I was having a discussion with the person who heads this site and several other hives. I think his name is Ankit or something like that. Amazing discussion as to why the passion, right? So I have a firm belief that as Indians we are actually by nature very entrepreneurial. If you see around any street corner there'll be a kirana shop or whatever. But what exists in the technology world till recently, great impediments for people to be able to penetrate the ecosystem. And but over the last few years, three phenomena have happened which have tremendously affected and in a positive way our ability to actually be entrepreneurial in technology, and I call them the three T's. So the first one is access to technology. Right. Earlier, if somebody wanted to create a world-class, just say a B2C company, you would need to have a tremendous amount of money to be able to create a data center, right, and be able to host, and that amount of scalability is just crazy. I used to be at Make My Trip. Make My Trip had its own data centers, and on the average day, they would use 1/5 the capacity. But when there was a sale on Jet Airways and Indigo and everything combined, it'd be 5x. So you have to plan for 5x and only use 1x, which is not a very good economical model. Really loud. Can you guys hear me without the mic also?
Actually, this is good. Yeah, good.
This is good? So, what does a startup do if they want to actually be the next Make My Trip, right? And so, one of the things that has really enabled us to be able to penetrate that kind of a segment is, entities like AWS and Azure have democratized access to technology. So today, using an EMI model, you can get access to the best of technologies and be able to do amazing things with it. In addition to that, almost anything you want to do is available through open source. So if you're adventurous and you'd like to be able to put things together, technology is there for you to leverage, and you can compete with the best of the best. The other is talent. So, in our culture, probably till 20 years ago or so, maybe slightly more than that, there was a great apprehension to join what used to be called the private sector. Right? People wanted a government job, and I wanted to, pass some exams and became an IAS officer or whatnot. And after that, when people became a little bit more adventurous, private sector was good, but join a big company, right? So that you are comfortable and you don't need to worry about maintaining a job. Today, people are quite willing to actually join a startup and take the risk. In fact, today failing at a startup is actually a mark of honor rather than a sign of failure. And I think that's a very, very important thing. The other part is, do people know the technologies that they need to be able to create those amazing products? But today, you have Udemy, you have Coursera, you have all kinds of stuff on the internet. You can become an expert very, very quickly. And the third T is access to your target market, right? So you're sitting here, and of course the topic of today is being able to do international growth. Suppose you wanted to target a particular locality in Paris, you can actually do that, right? You can get access to all the data, you can get access to what people want in Paris, be able to, not just locality, you can figure out the one square block that you would like to target and be able to do it in a very effective manner, or digital marketing, etc. So, the foundation is set for any company sitting anywhere in the world to do anything, right? And today, even if it's in India, even if your market focus is India, today, even in the second, third tier cities, internet penetration is absolutely amazing, right? So you can create amazing businesses here also. So I'm like super excited right now. I think the time is right for India technology startups to really rise and do absolutely amazing things.